Welcome back, guys, to JV's Food Adventures. You know who it is, me, JV. Today I'm going to take you on an adventure to India with my specialty rice, my hidden temple rice. You want to see these ingredients? I know you do. That's why you're here. Check it out. Okay, so we have some salt, we have some bay leaves, we have ground cloves, we have ground cumin, we have ground ginger, black pepper, turmeric, butter is gonna add a nice creaminess to our rice. And then over here, of course, we need a pot to cook our rice in, measuring cups to measure out our rice, measuring spoons to measure out our seasonings. And right here we have 1 cup of washed rice. You wanna make sure you wash your rice. You know, some people don't like to wash their rice, okay? Because they say it gives for all the nutrients, okay? I wash my rice because you never know if there's bugs in here or some type of pesticide that's gonna kill your ass. Just kidding. You're not gonna die if you don't wash your rice. But even though we're not chopping anything, I like to keep my sword handy dandy. Just in case my producer get out of hand, I might just hit him up a little bit. I'm kidding, no violence. Oh, look at this, my hands are up. Let's get cooking, guys. You guys wanna make sure you wash your hands right before you start to cook. Because if you don't, then there's gonna be a lot of sick people coming your way. And you don't want anybody getting sick. So make sure you wash them carefully. You scrub them. Get rid of all those germs. Okay, so now we're gonna make a spice blend for our hidden temple rice. And the thing with all these spices is that they're very powerful on their own, but when you mix them together, they kind of balance on each other. As for all the spices here, they're pretty native to India. For the cloves, I don't think it's much. Maybe it's more of like a nutmeg allspice blend, and it's very strong. So we're not gonna put as much as that one in there. And so we're gonna measure out our seasonings. I have my measuring spoons here, and the first thing we're gonna put is, check it out, get it in there. Make sure you even it out. 1 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. I know it looks like a lot of pepper there, but trust me on this. Trust me, guys. Go 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, we have a ginger, about a 1/4 teaspoon as well. Then we have a clove. So my measuring spoon doesn't have an 1/8, so I'm just gonna eyeball it here, okay? If you have an 1/8 teaspoon, please use it. So I'm just gonna get maybe half of this spoon here, in there. And then last but not least, we have our turmeric. Now turmeric is one of the ingredients used in curry, and it's gonna give my rice more flavor, and it's gonna change the color just a tad bit, okay? So this contraption here is a little difficult, so I'm just gonna pour it into my spoon. And this is 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Give and take what's actually falling inside the bowl besides the spoon. 1 teaspoon. And then as you can see, the color is pretty bright and it's very fragrant. And we're just gonna mix all this beautiful spice mixture together. So you wanna make sure you're stirring your spice blend very good and make sure it's nice and smooth. If there are little small clumps in your spice blend, when you put it into your rice, that clump is still gonna be there and it's gonna attach to your rice, and when you bite into the rice, it's gonna get a mouthful of seasoning instead of just the flavor. Now, earlier I mentioned half a spoon of the 1/4 teaspoon, which would be an 1/8. So if you have 1/8 teaspoon, once again, you wanna use that for the heavier spices like the cloves, okay? And there you have it, our hidden temple spice blend for our rice. So now that we have our water boiling, this is 2 cups of water. We're gonna have 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, okay? So first things first, I'm gonna add 4 ounces of butter. Yes, it is a lot of butter, but you're not gonna be eating all this much butter in one bite. It's gonna be distributed and whoever you're sharing your rice with. So once you drop the butter in there, it's gonna slow the boiling process down because the butter is a little cold. Okay, we're just gonna put that to the side. We're gonna stir it around. Now we're gonna add our rice. Remember, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Add our basmati rice in there. Get all the rice, you don't want to waste. There's nothing worse than wasting in the kitchen, okay? Now we're just gonna make sure we stir in that butter. Okay. Now we're gonna add our spice blend for our hidden temple rice. And add all of it. Remember, there isn't a ton of salt in this mixture, so don't be afraid about putting all of it in there. It's just more flavoring, and the little bit of salt is gonna help it. Okay. One to the side, and we're gonna add 1 bay leaf on top. And we're just gonna let it, as you can see, it's a rapid boil right now. So since it's boiling, we're gonna turn the temperature down just a little bit, about medium lower, you could say. And then we're gonna cover it, and then we're gonna let it steam. So now that we've had our temple rice simmering on the stove for about 15 to 20 minutes, now we're gonna plate it up and taste it. You can smell all the herbs and the spices that are in there. So here we go. After we plate it up, we're gonna do one of my favorite things, which is eating. As you can see, the rice has taken the color of the turmeric like I told you it would. You want to be careful when eating this though, because you don't want this to get on your clothes. Because it will stain, and then you'll just have a big yellow goldish stain on your clothes. If you're into that type of stuff, go ahead, stain it up. So now you have it. This is our hidden temple rice with my own special spice blend. From right here, I can smell all the seasonings and the herbs. It's just so good. It's so aromatic. And now for my favorite thing, which is to taste. It's nice and warm, so let's go ahead and take that first bite. Smell it. It smells so good. You can taste the creaminess from that butter. The rice is nice and soft. All those spices just working together. Really delicious. That's really good. What happened? Where'd it go? I'll tell you where it went. I ate it all. Once again, you guys already know. It was so delicious. You know, every time I make these dishes, I just surprise myself. I just want to thank you guys for coming on another adventure with me, JV, to India to make our hidden temple rice. Now, if you like this dish and you would like something that goes with it, you can click this link right here and you can find other entree dishes. But if you're looking for another side dish, you could click right here. Now, you know what to do. If you liked the video, like the video. Even if you didn't like it anyway, because it shows me a lot of love and support. Thank you guys for tuning in. Join us next time on JV's Food Adventures. Where we're gonna go, no one knows. You gotta stay tuned. Peace out.